What up, and welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all. First of all, I know it's been a while, but I got a delicious recipe for you. You know I'm working. If you ain't been seeing me, I'm working. Just know I'm making stuff. So, first off, I don't know how I just, I kind of just get these ideas and just go along with them, and I kind of like to make the impossible, like stuff that just I have never seen people make really, or if I just want to just do my thing with it or something, just my way, you know, yeah. For my experimenters out there, you know what I'm saying. That's why I like to try different foods because I like to see what's going on, try different things. So I had some chicken breast. I preferred to use some chicken thighs because I prefer chicken thighs because I'm a dark meat girl. I love some dark meat. Okay, I like the chicken thighs, but all I had was chicken breast. Only reason I really preferred them over chicken breast is because chicken breast dries out easy. It can dry off easier. You know what I'm saying? Chicken thighs don't dry out as easy as chicken breast. If you know, you know. But if you didn't know, I'm telling you right now. You can slow cook because like when it comes to chicken thighs, you can like cook that for a longer period of time as opposed to chicken breasts, which I prefer. But it's chicken is chicken. So even if I can't find no chicken thigh, chicken breast will suffice. I just gotta watch it so it don't become too tough because chicken breast will get tough if you overcook it, and we don't need that. We don't want that, and we not doing that. Okay. So I just diced it up. Since I'm making these into balls, I diced the chicken up as small as possible. Okay. For me, it was easier to cut it in a strip, like cut it in half, cut my chicken breast in half, and then cut them in the strips and then dice them up, as you saw. So that's what I did. And we're gonna cook them. I'm gonna add the seasonings at the bottom, but I use a little garlic powder. This is my first time using SHAWHAN Farms Cajun blackened seasoning. Oh, this is good. Listen, SHAWHAN Farms got some real good. They got some new seasonings. Okay, I love new seasonings. You heard me just say I like to experiment. They come in with the flavors. Of course, I had to get my smoky Creole rub because that's just my favorite. But I had to try the Cajun blackened seasoning. Okay, I did. So then I added some paprika, some garlic, and some garlic salt with parsley. Okay, I didn't want to do too much because this is going to be buffalo chicken. Okay, kind of equivalent to buffalo chicken dip. So I just used 4 seasonings: black pepper, garlic powder, a little bit of that Cajun seasoning by SHAWHAN Farms, and some garlic salt with parsley. Okay, just 4 seasonings. You don't need too much. Okay, because it's easy for things to get salty. But if you are using a lot of seasonings, you just got to use them lightly, so you don't over season because we don't need that. Okay. So at this point, I just cooked it. I covered it, cooked it until the chicken was tender. Okay. When you could just put that, like, use the fork or not the fork, but use your spoon or whatever you're using to cook this. When you can just tear it, like, push down on it and it just break. Well, you know when it's tender. Okay. Well, you could just break it into pieces by using your spoon. It's tender. Okay. So that's how long I'm cooking it. But, we just got to make sure it's tender, make sure the flavors are there, okay? And as it gets done, make sure you taste it, make sure you ain't got to adjust it or anything like that. I prefer for everything to have individual seasonings, okay? When it comes to me, I'm going to season everything. It ain't got to be over seasoned, but I like everything to have flavor, so then when it all comes together and become one, it's delicious. It's even more delicious because you're getting all them flavors. This is how it looked when it was done, okay? And we're just going to put this, turn the heat off, okay? Turn the heat off, and we're going to put this in a bowl, okay? Because we about to start basically the filling. We about to make the buffalo chicken filling because I was just waiting on the chicken, So I added this great value medium wing sauce. I should have got the mild because this was actually real. If you don't like spice, I will recommend you get the mild sauce because this one was real spicy. I used the rest of 2 Mexican cheeses I had, just some regular shredded Mexican cheese. One of them was a 4 cheese. And they both was 4 cheese. I just used the rest of those. Okay. And then I just added 1 block of cream cheese. But if it was up to me, I would have added 2 just for thickness. Okay, because that's what the cream cheese does anyway. It adds thickness, but I was thinking, lately I've been trying to think small, even though my portion sizes still are kind of big because I still be thinking big, because in my eyes, I be wanting everything to look good for the video and for the picture, but I can't make it up, So then I did add some queso blanco cheese too. Like them scoops you saw, that were just 2 scoops, 2 spoons, the big spoon, not the little spoon, of the queso blanco cheese because I didn't have that much shredded cheese left. Because when I'm out shopping, I really need to start making lists. Like I'm becoming that grocery person that needs to start making lists like my mama used to. Like I'm starting to see the things that I used to see my mama do, or just people in my family growing up, and I need to start making lists when I go to the grocery store. Like I need to keep a little pad and pen in my purse, and so I can know what I need. I need a physical paper. Okay, writing it putting it in my phone ain't enough. It's really not. So at this point, after I got it mixed up real good, okay, I went ahead and rolled them into balls because we're going to put them in the freezer for just long enough to form and become solid. So after like 30 minutes, every 30 minutes just kind of check it. But you know what? Yeah, every 30 minutes check it, or just wait an hour and check it. And I seen even somebody, like when they was doing their other, like doing some balls, they did like 2 hours, you know. Like I said, every 30 minutes, you know, especially if you try to make these like soon. This really is the longest part of the process. It's just waiting for the balls to become solid enough so then we can start putting the batter on them. Okay, because you got to batter them up. You saw the batter, you know, we got to make them crispy on the outside so it could be that creaminess on the inside. Okay, I am going to do these a little differently because I did see somebody else make some buffalo chicken balls. I saw another recipe, but they add them right. They did it like boudin. I'm not from the South, but boudin, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the boudin balls, since we don't have that up here up north in Michigan, you know what I'm saying? She did it kind of like that. So she added rice, like other stuff to basically make it more solid. And you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try something different. I just like to do things different. Every time I make something, I do it different the next time I make it. So I know what I'm gonna do different. Now that's just flour. I added some that classic buffalo packet you just seen. I only had a little bit of that left from Walmart, and this was already like seasoned Italian breadcrumbs, so I just added that in there, just for more flavor. And I just added some garlic salt and parsley in the flour. Okay, so these are balls. When I got them solid, like I said, that's how they look. So the first one, I went with it doing just flour, egg, and then breadcrumbs. But I didn't think that was gonna be enough, basically batter, because I didn't want them falling apart. So, and personally, I probably could have left them in the freezer a little bit longer, but you know, me being who I am, because it don't even, if it's frozen, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But just long enough for them to become frozen after you form them into balls. But like I said, the first one I did flour, egg, breadcrumbs, but I wanted it to have more batter, so I did flour, egg, back in the flour, back in the egg, then into the breadcrumbs. See, like that. So more of a batter, more batter, like almost like a double batter, triple batter. I don't know what you want to call it. Triple batter? I guess we call it triple batter. Either way, I wanted to have more crust. I wanted to just fry a little bit differently. And I always do that kind of when I'm like frying things and I gotta coat something. I usually end up doing stuff differently, like coating it different or something like that, just to see what the difference would, like the frying difference is, and how that batter look when it comes out, like the finished product. So at this point, I had got them all formed. I had the grease already hot. I'm using some vegetable oil. You can use whatever your preference is. I'm going to start getting into experimenting with different oils too. So, because I do like canola oil too. And I've seen a canola oil blend, like with vegetable oil. I've seen different blends, but I want to see the difference. But I don't fry a lot. So, you know, that's why I said I'll get to it. But I don't want my skin, you know, I'm trying to get better at it. And when you eat certain foods, it breaks your skin out. And my skin, I've always struggled with it since I've started puberty, for real. Like, since I started puberty, it just done been worse since I got into my adulthood. But it's actually gotten better since I became an adult. But they were crispy. They were delicious. You know, I got them fried, dyed, laid to the side, you know. And I took them out, put them to the side. Now, you know, if you like good snacky snacks, I love them. You know, I done fried buffalo chicken dip. I done fried loaded mashed potatoes. You know, I done fried rotel. What's next? You know, if you got ideas, hit me. Let me know. Put them in the comments. Let me know, because these were delicious. Let me know if you try them. They easy peasy, lemon squeezy. They're perfect. Make sure you follow my Insta. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, everything. Just do it. You know, we building.